If you clicked on this video, you've probably heard of Nintendo. Man, what a special company. Responsible for some of the most impactful works of interactive art ever produced, bringing video games back into the mainstream when no one else thought it was possible. Do I even need to name their classics? We're all thinking of the same stuff here. Nintendo DSi camera, Nintendo 3DS sound, the screenshot editor on the Switch. Where would we be without wonderful tools like these? In this video, we're going to be making an entire YouTube video with no computer, no proper camera, and nothing besides Nintendo products. Let's dive in. So, as you can probably tell by the crystal clear image and sound quality, this isn't being recorded with a Nintendo product. However, we're going to get into that in just a minute. Before we can even start looking into equipment, we've got to decide on what this video is even going to be about. Now, if you're familiar with this channel, you probably know that it's a gaming channel with an emphasis on one game in particular. So you know this video's got to be about the greatest game to ever grace the earth, Mario Kart Wii. I'm thinking we're just going to do something dead simple. We're going to play 3 races as Mario, and we're going to see how he does. That's the whole challenge today. No extra twists, no extra gimmicks. Now that we've got that figured out, how are we going to record it? Usually, when you're recording game footage, you get the best quality using a capture card. For old games, you might use something like a Dazzle. For new games, you'd want something like an Elgato. The issue here is that Nintendo hasn't ever actually made a capture card, at least none that I've heard of, so that idea's out the window. But don't worry, Nintendo has made the next best thing: cameras! They've made a surprising amount of them too. I mean, the Game Boy has a camera, the DSi has a camera, the Wii U gamepad has a camera, and most recently, the Switch 2 got a camera accessory. With this one being so new and also having USB-C support, I have no doubt at all that it's the highest quality camera Nintendo has ever made, but I don't own one of those. So we're gonna go with the next best thing: the 3DS camera! At first, I thought this seemed perfect. We could record our footage on a 3DS. Only one problem here: my monitor was manufactured by Acer. That's not Nintendo. This wouldn't usually matter, but because we're recording our footage directly off the monitor, that makes it an essential product for the recording of the video. It only seems fair that the monitor needs to be a Nintendo product, and Nintendo doesn't make monitors. Oh, what to do, what to do. Oh. Yeah, that'll do. I can't be the only one whose Wii U always gets like this. Is this not the dustiest, easiest to get dirty console ever manufactured, period? You would think I haven't touched this thing in years. I used it last month, and I cleaned the screen off, and it just comes back. I'll wipe this off. I'll be right back. Ah, there we go. Nice and tidy. Not perfect, there's little bits of dust in here. I bet by the end of this video, it's gonna have gathered dust before I'm even done recording. When you play your Wii games on a Wii U, the gamepad screen can be used as a separate monitor. This is perfect for us. This is exactly what we need. Now, it maxes out at 480p. For those who don't know what that means, it looks like this. But thankfully, with Mario Kart Wii being a Wii game, that's not much of an issue for us. Wii games only display at 480p anyways. Even if you're using a Wii U on 1080p settings and a 1080p monitor, you get 480. And even with that aside, our 3DS camera only records at 240p, which takes us from this to this. Oh yeah. Technically, if our only goal here was to make a Mario Kart Wii video using only Nintendo products, we could just stop here. We could just record the game and talk and call it a day. But I think we should make this video a bit more special, add some more pizzazz to it. Let's turn the volume down on Mario Kart Wii, and let's make some tunes of our own for this one. Mario Paint Composer! For the longest time, the only way to officially play this game was on the SNES. This wouldn't be any good for us, since we wouldn't be able to record it without a TV, a product that Nintendo does not make. However, just recently, it was brought to the Switch 2, a Nintendo product, so we can just use that. So do I just have to click? How do How do I keep... What do I do next? Oh, do I click on him? I do. You have to click on Mario to start? This is sick, though. This guy's burning some real calories here. Okay, so where is our music? Where... Oh, this looks right. Well, this sounds very cool, but I don't just want to list... I want to do this. How do I get to that? Oh. Oh, there we go. We have our digital audio workspace. The greatest one, really, ever made. So how do I delete? Oh, gosh. I can't just right-click to delete. I have to come all the way down here and click erase, and then erase it, and then go back up to a instrument. Okay. Sounds like our mushrooms are sort of a drum, maybe like a tom. Okay, so the heart is the bass. Oh, I thought this was an option for more. This is all we got, huh? These instruments. And they managed to make 3 of them just animal sounds. Oh, okay. We can loop it, too. So looping it, if we just make a loopable song, 24 measures, that's a decent amount. We can work with this. We're going to start with a bass line. We want something that's like, doesn't take too much attention from the video, so it's easy to listen to it as background music. Okay, I think we might, here. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to copy this throughout like the whole thing and then just add like a relatively simple melody. You know, believe it or not, this actually is a fairly restrictive music making software. Oh, dude, I got scared. I just deleted everything for a second. So I think we've got it good enough, but there is one thing I want to do. I'm actually going to erase these 3 notes. I feel like the most iconic instrument has got to be the cat, and I need to use the cat somewhere. It sounded terrible. This is not... That's not a chord. I don't know if I thought it was or what I was on, but that sounds really nasty. It's always gonna crack me up hearing these cats. It's gonna be obnoxious listening to anything like this for, I don't know, we're doing 3 races, so it's probably gonna be 10 minutes long for the video. I mean, you know, you can listen to this on loop for 10 minutes. It'll be moderately annoying by the end. This is the best we got. I tried my best to make something that wouldn't become extremely annoying, and something that sounds vaguely like it would appear in like a GBA game or something. I think we got that down. Hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow and listen to this and think it just sounds awful. That's a common thing when people are like making music. Now all we have to do is everything else. Next up, we're gonna need a microphone. So having a good mic can be really important for videos where you talk a lot, especially if you're multitasking by, say, playing a game. The 3DS is a fantastic console, but respectfully, I think the mic was made less for recording and more for stuff like... Using one 3DS to record our song in the background and my voice at the same time just isn't going to give us enough clarity, and if one is louder than the other, we won't have a way to balance them out. You know what could be good? Is a second 3DS. Yeah, I'm desperate. And I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping to do more here. The 3DS has a whole sound app that I would have loved to use, especially since it gives you all sorts of wacky filters to play with. But it only lets you record in intervals of 10 seconds. This video is going to be longer than that. I even got out my DSi to see if it had the same restriction, and unfortunately, it did. I ended up just using both 3DSs to record video. One pointed at the Wii U gamepad, capturing the game footage and my voice. The other not really pointed at anything, just to clearly capture our music from the Switch 2. I also tried an external microphone plugged into the 3DS to see if I could get a clearer voice recording. Yes, Nintendo has made external microphones. See, back in 1998, Nintendo released a game for the Nintendo 64 called Hey You Pikachu, where you plugged a microphone into your console and, well, talked to Pikachu. Hi there.
Pikachu?
This is cool. Unfortunately, two problems arose here. First of all, I discovered that this microphone that I've had for literally as long as I can remember isn't actually the original one that comes with the game. This is a third-party one. This means that, at least as far as I can tell, it isn't a Nintendo product. Of course, even if it was, I also learned that the 3DS actually doesn't support microphones at all. It can only record through the one built-in mic, so it doesn't matter how it sounds, that's my only option. The last hurdle we would need to clear was getting the sound from the 3DS recording our music into the same video from the other 3DS recording gameplay and voice. I don't know of any proper way to do this. There's a video editor built into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but you can't just drop any old video in. They have to be replays of in-game battles, and they can only use music from within the game. So that's out of the question. I've heard you can edit videos that are AVI format using the Wii Photo channel, but I couldn't get it to work. And while the 3DS camera app does have an edit video button, all it actually lets you do is mess with the speed or just crop the video down. And weirdly, it doesn't even seem like you can save your video after editing it. So like, why can you do it at all? Wait a second. I got it. The answer. It's so clear. I mean, it's been right under my nose this whole time. We play video on the one 3DS, we turn the volume down on the other 3DS to get the music playing quieter, and then to bundle it all up into one video, we record it on... You with me here? It took us 3 3DS consoles, a Switch 2, and a Wii U to make it this far, but we're finally ready to start recording our video. And this, folks, is where our technical difficulties start. As it turns out, there's something wrong with this 3DS. When I tried to start recording, it gave me an error, something about the SD card not having a fast enough write speed. The same SD card worked fine in the other 3DS though, so I don't know. Either way, this 3DS wasn't going to be any good. That was when I realized we really only need the 2 3DSs. I could record the gameplay video along with my voice on one 3DS, then record it again on the other 3DS with the Switch 2 quietly playing our music off to the side. Problem solved. I also realized we didn't really have much of an intro or an outro, so I got out a DSi, well, 2 of them. I used the first one to make our video intro and outro using Flipnote Studio.
In this video, Mario. He's going to be playing 3 races of his own game to see how well he can do. Without further ado, let's get started. In this video...
Now you guys can judge for yourself. I'm no master artist, so, maybe there's some personal bias here. I think that turned out pretty well. I think that is a darn fine intro. And I used the other DSi to make some sound effects for the video, which I would play as the video was being re-recorded with the music. I'd have to time them with in-game events, but it was worth a try. So these 5 are our sound effects. I tried with this one to recreate like the caveman bonk sound effect that I use all the time, that one. It's gonna be hard to time these too. There's the SpongeBob, that sound effect. There's like an explosion, get hit with something. There's the sound effect for finishing a race. I was trying to sort of hum the victory music for time trials, and I figured I could just use the trumpet filter and it would sound like the songs being played on a trumpet. But for some reason it still sounds really bad. This, I think, is the best one in terms of how it turned out, because it actually sounds like it sounds in the game. So, yeah, that's what we got. At this point, we had recorded our video, made some music for it, made some sound effects, made an intro and an outro. All we needed left was the video thumbnail. What's a video that nobody clicks on? We've got to make something that really wows people into wanting to watch. Lots of successful thumbnails on YouTube have a character or a person's face with some big, easy-to-read text and sometimes an arrow pointing at something of interest or importance. I can use the rearview mirror in-game to get a shot of a character's face, but with the 3DS camera quality and the gamepad's screen, we aren't working with super high quality here. We need this thumbnail to really stick out in a good way, and I think I know just how we'll do it. AR Games is a cool 3DS camera app that we all used once before losing all the cards. It's a simple concept. You scan cards that came with the system, and those cards make characters show up. Then, you can take pictures with them. I'll be using a Mario card to spawn Mario in for us. So I'm gonna finish the race, because when you finish a race, you can view the replay. And when you view the replay, the timer's hidden, the map is hidden, and the item boxes are hidden, which means less stuff getting in the way. So now we've got our alternate camera angles. This should really help our thumbnail stick out. Oh, don't tell me I have to have the AR card in the... Oh, you're joking. You're joking, dude. Wait. Hold up. No, I got a great idea. I was able to kind of get a picture of Mario with Luigi Circuit in the background. I mean, it's not the prettiest. Now we've got our photo, we've got our character and face for the thumbnail. And man, we don't need it, but I really want to use it. The Wii Photo Channel! I already mentioned how I couldn't get videos to work with it, but thankfully, pictures work just fine. We take our 3DS SD card, pop it into the Wii, find our beautiful thumbnail shot, and spruce it up. So, I took the SD card straight out of my 3DS, which is annoying because it was a 3DS XL, a new 3DS, so I had to unscrew the back to get the thing out. But I did, and I popped it right into my Wii, so we should be able to find the picture. I am curious because I have a classic controller. Doesn't look like I can use that as my pointer, though. I actually have to point at the screen. Not all files will be displayed, but we only really need one. Oh, yeah. Here's probably over a decade worth of Tomodachi Life screenshots. 2024, it looks like, is the most recent. We're gonna need more than that, though. This brings us to another technical difficulty. I didn't realize that the 3DS I took our thumbnail picture on had an SD card cram-packed with thousands of pictures, mostly screenshots from Tomodachi Life. This is when you make them sneeze, I think. This is the sneeze minigame. The Wii Photo Channel is only able to load 1,000 pictures at once, meaning I couldn't access our thumbnail shot on the Wii. I couldn't just delete all the old pictures either, since I'd have to do them one at a time, which would take way too long. I couldn't just delete them all at once on a computer because, well, Nintendo doesn't make computers. Thankfully, a true hero came in to save the day. The red 3DS! Woohoo! Let's go! It couldn't really do video, but it took pictures just fine. I lined it up with the other 3DS and took a picture of the thumbnail shot being displayed on the screen. This was using a fresh SD card, so when I popped it back into the Wii, it was nice and easy to find our photos. I guess that red 3DS wound up being useful after all. Okay, different SD card. Retook the photos of the 3DS's screen with a different 3DS, so excuse the drop in quality. It's not as bad as you would think, though. Wait, why is the photo a square? The 3DS is widescreen. Oh, great. Okay. Well, it's not gonna look beautiful, but I don't think we ever expected it to. What's our best shot here? You can barely even tell it's Luigi Circuit anymore. This looks like an oil painting. Look at the Wii U logo on the gamepad. Could you tell that's a Wii U logo? This one is like, it's the clearest Mario. This one's pretty clear too, but this is like, yeah. We're gonna go with this. Let's do it. All right, we're here. We're editing our photo. I'm thinking we're gonna put some of these little sparkles on it. Is there a way to hide the, oh, that works too. Okay. Well, we've got to start. I want text that says like broken and it's like an arrow pointing at Mario because that's what we're trying to do here. What's the thing? How do you make the pencil bigger? Isn't there a way to, oh, I did it there. Is it the closer you are to the sensor bar? That doesn't seem like it's making a difference. It just kind of does it when it wants to. All right, well, I want to... because I'm going to write the text here. So I'm going to have like a black backdrop with like white text. I have covered almost all of the Luigi circuit that was originally in this picture. We got to have a red arrow, which we'll do like this. That's not good enough. Really, the only undo button is undo all? I have to actually erase it myself. Alright. That's okay. No big deal. Oh, well. I guess I'll just leave it because I don't want to erase the sparkles, but I also don't want to undo all. I just can't. I can't draw a good line. Oh, it's bugging out. Dang it. Erased part of my black backdrop. I'd say that's a good red arrow. Go. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Is that good? That's a good thumbnail. I think I would click this. It'll definitely stick out compared to other YouTube thumbnails. Should we give him the shades? And then let's like erase just the part that goes over his nose. So it's like he's actually wearing them. This is pretty good, I think. You know, I thought this was just gonna look awful, but if I saw this from far away, I mean, the writing doesn't look... That's as good as it's gonna get from me. My penmanship is not of the best. So the fact that I mean, I think that pretty clearly says broken, and it was written using a Wii remote, which, yeah, I think we've got something good here. Hard boiled. What about black and white? Yeah, it's pretty simple. Brighten. Let's just undo all the changes. And then, did it save? Here, post. Post to the Wii menu. That's a little preview for how it'll look on YouTube, maybe. Post to Wii menu. And then post to the message board. Careful about posting too many pictures. Okay. Well, we have our picture here. In the end, this project took us 3 3DS consoles, 2 DSi's, a Wii U, a Wii, and a Switch 2. I also must say, I did unfortunately have to make one change using my computer. Oh, what? I know, but I had no other choice. Only when I started recording the gameplay did I realize the 3DS only lets you record for 10 minutes at a time. Because we had no way of cutting any of the footage out and we were going for 3 races, I had to record in 2 segments. 10 minutes just wasn't enough time. Then, when re-recording the footage with music, intro, outro, sound effects, all that stuff, again, using a 3DS, the video was split in 2 segments. All I did on the computer was put the 2 videos together to turn them into one. Besides that, absolutely everything here was made using only Nintendo hardware and software. Thank you all so much for watching, and with all that out of the way, I present with humility and with great joy the finished project. It's, what you'd expect.